Well, happy 2023, everybody. It's been a long time since I've gotten on here, but what I've got for you today is a little leftover holiday zinger, and this has been tied a couple of times now, a few different colors that I've tried out, but I'm using the leftover little bits of tinsel that didn't quite make it into the box whenever we were putting everything away. So I'll show you what I've got here to tie this up on. It's been using like a long shank worm hook, something. I don't know. Try to grab one out of the box here. Something with a little bit longer shank on it, so that you can be able to get a little bit more of that body built up on there. So I think this one actually might be a little bit longer than what I started out with, but I think we're just going to tie one on this and roll with it. Gives me a little bit more room for the antenna. So see how much body that you want to make room for here. So I'll go ahead and strap that up. And everything's new on the channel over here. I've got a new vise that I'm experimenting with. And I have come into a large quantity of bead chain, which is great for tying these eyes on here. Just make sure that you've got a little pair of snips around for disconnecting the bead chain. And I've got some silver and some gold ones, and I think I'm going to go with the gold ones for this one on the pink. So I'll put the finished pictures that I have of this up onto my Instagram, which is bhi.flies. And you can also sometimes find the lives on there. I often do lives on my TikTok, which is also bhi.flies. More there's seems to be a bigger audience on there. I'll often have, like hundreds of people watching the lives instead of just how, Instagram seems to not really be as large of an audience whenever I get on the live on here. So I'm fastening some of this tinsel on, and I'm going to kind of push it all back. And this, I think, is going to be really good for panfish. It looks like a lot of the crappie jigs that you see. It's about that size, but super, super light and capable of being casted on the fly rod. And so once we get up here to the front, I'm going to start putting this colored section in, and I'm going to use, for the sake of this tie, a piece of pipe cleaner, and I have plenty of dubbing, but it's just going to be sturdier and be able to take a lot more hits, I think, before it gives up on me. And so with the pipe cleaner, you can just start to make your wraps until you've got back up to where the eyeballs are. And then this is another reason that I like to have a pair of snips around, not just for being able to separate the eyeballs on that ball chain, but also being able to just hack through that pipe cleaner without any issue. I mean, you can do it with a pair of scissors, but it just doesn't really do them very good. But I'm going to do just like, I'll put a whip finish here, and then I'm going to attach the antenna, which for that I've been saving this little black cord. It's very thin diameter. I would say a millimeter at the most, but maybe even less. And I can't really even tell you where I got this. But just a little short segment of it is going to serve really well for a pair of antennas on the front of this guy. So snip a little piece off, and then hold it right in the middle of the eyes and lock it down with a couple of wraps, and then I'll face both of the little pieces forward. Just even it out. And if it's not totally even, you can also always use your snips. But just another little accent on the front of that bug. And I think we're just about done here. I'm going to put another couple wraps in there just to make sure those are secure. Whoops, got a little piece of tinsel that's rogue here that we'll snip off, but once we get them all groomed up, I'll put it up on my Instagram, and you can see the finished product. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year.